Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hello. Yes. It's been a minute since I did a video where I just talked about my life. Felt like it's been long enough. It's September. I'm 22. Why the fuck not? Um. So I should have watched the other one before I started this. Yeah. Well, I guess. The house is new. I think. I don't remember the last time I did one of these, but the house is different. So, there's a new couch and new kittens, as you can see. Um, I don't know where the rest of them are, but there's seven. Oh, two are coming down now. There's the third. Okay. All seven of them are down here now, I guess. Um, this little guy is Endymion. He's really cute, and he looks just like his mom, Delphi. Um, that is Monkey, and that's Doodle. And then over here, that's Magellan. He's really cute. And then here, hello, you. This is Peter, and he's really cute too. Look at that fluffy little guy. Um, this here is Houdini. He's really cute too. He reminds me of our old cat David. Well, my sister's cat David. She still has David at wherever she's living. And this is Topaz. She looks like a really old cat we used to have called Ruby. That's why she's called Topaz, because it's a gem. But yeah, that's all the new kittens. The old kittens are gone, well, except for Dahlia and Aster, but no, they're gonna leave. And oh yeah, the other two kittens, Ulche and Sarah, two little black twin cats over there. Um, they're twins except for basically their tails. What Sarah's tail is really tiny. Yeah, that's the kittens. New couch, obviously, because the old one was kind of gross. And the thing that's cool about this couch in particular is that we had to put it together. It came in tiny parts, so you can rearrange it in any way you want. It's neat. I don't like the way it's arranged right now, but it's not my house, so I don't really make the rules there. New TV stand and sound system, even though the sound bar is pretty basic. What are you going to do? That's the house. Oh yeah, the floor, obviously. The floor is different, and the cabinets are different. She took them off and sanded them and painted this stuff so it isn't black and stuff, and the floor is new tile and whatever. You get it. Whereas for me, well, same old, really. I hate this. I hate having facial hair. I wish I could get it just gone forever. I hate it so much. They're so cute. The kids are so cute. But yeah, I'm 22 now, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I've been reading. What are you doing, Aster? You're fixed. I don't know what you're thinking of, mister, but. But yeah, basic typical stuff, really just reading and writing and watching things. And I recently started writing this essay on love of all things for some reason. I don't know. Feeling romantic, I guess. I don't know. Been dealing with my family pestering me about their religion again, but that's not new. That's never going away, I highly doubt. That is a lot of birds. Wow. We have a bird feeder we put up, and yeah. Endymion. Hello, mister. Oh, Mister. Such a pretty cat. But, yeah. I'm just hanging in there, really. I've been trying to do more videos, but I don't know. It's, well, there's going to be what I'm going to do pretty soon of the books I got for my birthday. I've already read through 2 of them. Well, I'm halfway through the second one. Well, I've read 1 of them, and I'm almost done with the second, and I'm reading the third that I had chosen. I read them from shortest to longest. So, world's pretty fucked right now, huh? Yeah. It's pretty fucked. I mean, literally, just yesterday, as I'm recording this is September 16th, 2024. Literally yesterday, second assassination attempt on Trump. Again, like, I'm telling you, this is. I don't like the guy. I really don't like the guy, actually. I find that he's repulsive at times and repugnant at best, but I wouldn't want him dead. You know, that's a bit too far. Bit too far, you know. And just because I said that, none of you fucking right-wing people think I support Kamala either, because I don't. They're both terrible. They both suck, and even if I was going to vote, it wouldn't fucking matter anyway, because the votes are all rigged. So, you know, that's the thing. And, like, I just find this entire charade of these debates and these politic bullshit to be such pointlessness. Like, it's all planned out. And I also really find this obsession with these migrants eating animals to be so petty and so stupid. Because it's like, oh, cool, they're eating animals. You eat animals too. The only reason you care is because they're animals that in your own culture haven't been viewed as food. If you had grown up in these cultures, you probably would view them as food as well. So, kind of sick and tired of hearing about it. And even besides that, there's so many more things to worry about than some people eating animals. You know, there's so many more things. Like the fact that our world leaders are all driving us to the brink of World War III, for instance. Yeah, that's another thing that should be in the forefront of literally everyone's minds. But because of the way that the propaganda machine is set up, everyone is thinking about the most petty bullshit when that's a very real possibility. We're all just dead within a year. It's a very real possibility, honestly. Especially with stuff that's happening with Ukraine and Russia right now. It's really fucking scary. I don't support either of them, to be honest, because, you know, I don't take sides. Fuck taking sides in pointless conflicts like war. War should never happen. It's pointless. It's always pointless. For whatever reason, it's always pointless. But, the shit Ukraine is doing right now, it's bad. It's real fucking bad. And if it escalates anymore, well, we're in trouble. Let's just say that. I love growing up into my young adulthood, you know, when I'm in my fucking early 20s, when there's the possibility of nuclear annihilation around the corner. That's always fun. That's just amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I just find these things that people worry about so unbelievably petty. It's like, oh no, there's some immigrants in Ohio eating animals. How tragic. Let me cry harder for you. Wow. Meanwhile, the entire world is at risk of being blown sky high. Priorities, people. Priorities, just saying. which, like, that's a huge thing I really fucking hate about this country in particular, is how insular it is, it feels like. Like, sure, it's a huge melting pot or whatever the fuck. I really couldn't give a shit about all that. But what I do give a shit about is how tiny the average American's view of the world is. Like, it is ridiculous. I have seen legitimate posts online of people from foreign countries with like their country's flag in their profile, and then some dumb American is like, "What pride flag is that?" And it's genuine. Like, it's a genuine how the fuck are people in this country that stupid exactly? I don't understand. One of the dumbest ones was the German flag. And I'm like, if you don't know the German flag, I don't know what the fuck your education was like, but wow. And we don't have the excuse of how information isn't accessible anymore. Pull out your fucking phone or your computer and look up shit. Actually do your own research. Don't let someone else feed it to you. Okay? Do it your fucking self, and don't, not just one source, not just the first fucking page on Google. Actually dig a little, you fucking lazy assholes. I swear. Is it really that goddamn hard to just fucking trudge down the Google rabbit hole a little bit? I mean, hell, back in 2018, I did, and I mean, to be fair, I have the advantage of having autism and having, like, hyperfixations and shit. So it's a lot easier for me, to be fair. But I had this huge phase where I was just really, really, really into what was it? Fuck, into like the history of the Roman Empire. So I spent like 3 to 4 months just researching all about it, reading everything I could find on it. And I almost wrote a novel about Nero in like epistolary format because of all that research I did. So yes, I am aware that my hyperfixation with my autism and shit is the reason for that. Is gives me an advantage on you fuckers, on you neurotypical people who. Some of you NTs can go fuck yourselves, seriously. Some of you neurotypicals can go fuck yourselves to hell. I fucking hate your guts. But, others of you just need to fucking do some fucking research, okay? Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this in a video already, but let me put this down. It just came to my mind because I talked about Roman Empire, so... Oh my god, there's a lot of shit down here. Right, okay. So I have this. It's Edward Gibbon's The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, and it is 6 volumes and over 3,000 pages. And I devoured this. My dad got it for me for Christmas last year, and I've devoured this. It is. Imagine the breadth of Montaigne on various subjects if he just tapped his energy into one subject, and this is what this is like. Kind of similar to the Anatomy of Melancholy by Robert Burton. That's also a really great novel, although it is a lot more Latin than this. This is a lot more accessible than Anatomy of Melancholy. But, first 4 volumes. And this is the next 4. It's 6 volumes, like I said. Yeah. But yeah, it's really interesting. Lots of really good info in there. A lot of stuff that after my 3 to 4 months of doing research into it, I didn't know everything in there, which makes sense because it's basically 20 years of Robert Gibbon's life given away. Edward Gibbon given away to researching the Roman Empire. This is the Inane of Melancholy, like I said, Robert Burton. Big honker, as you can see. I don't remember when I got this. I don't remember what year. but this is over 1,000 pages as well. It's it's really good. Really, really good. And the introduction by William H. Gass is also really, really good. Oh yeah, here's all this. The argument of the frontispiece. Yeah, all of that is so good. But I'm just gonna read a bit. I'm just gonna read a bit of this because, yeah. Democritus Jr. to the reader. Gentle reader, I presume thou wilt be very inquisitive to know what antic or personate actor this is, that so insolently intrudes upon this common theatre to the world's view, arrogating another man's name, whence he is, why he doth it, and what he hath to say. Although, as he said, primum si nolero non respondebo quisque actoris est. I am a free man born, and may choose whether I will tell. Who can compel me? If I be urged, I will as readily reply as that Egyptian in Plutarch, when a curious fellow would needs know what he had in his basket. Quum vides velitam quid inquirius in rem abscontium. It was therefore covered, because he should not know what was in it. Seek not after that which is hid, if the contents please thee. And be for thy use suppose the man in the moon, or whom thou wilt to be the author. I would not willingly be known, yet in some sort to give thee satisfaction, which is more than I need, I will show a reason, both of this usurped name, title, and subject. And the first of the name is Democritus, lest any man by reason of it should be deceived, expecting a pasquill, a satire, some ridiculous treatise, as I myself should have done, some prodigious tenant or paradox of the earth's motion, of infinite worlds, in infinito vacuo, ex fortua aetormum colligione, in an infinite waste, so caused by an accidental collision of motes in the sun, all which Democritus held Epicurus and their master, Leucippus, of old maintained, and are lately revived by Copernicus, Brunus, and some others. Besides, it hath been always an ordinary custom, as Gellius observes, for later writers and impostors to broach many absurd and indolent fictions under the name of so noble a philosopher as Democritus, to get themselves credit, and by that means the more to be respected, as artificers usually do. Novo qui marmori ascribunt Praxiteles suo, who sign the name of Praxiteles on a new statue of their own. 'Tis not so with me. Non hic santoros non gorgonas harpisci invenenes hominum pagina nostra sapit. No centaurs here or gorgons look to find. My subject is of man and humankind. That's enough. I could go on for hours about that book. It is so goddamn good. And no, there's basically no translations of the Latin in there, but I know Latin really well, so I was okay. But, you know, that's up to you guys to look into if you really want to. I just really fucking like literature. You know, it's so fucking nice and I love it. Speaking of literature, my god. Oh my god, this feast. This feast is amazing and beautiful, and I love it. Miss Macintosh, My Darling by Marguerite Young. I fucking love this thing so much. As you can see, it is a honker and a half, published by Dulce Archive. I love them. They publish some amazing stuff. Oh my god. Honestly, I could open this to literally any page and just and just read you some, and it would be, yeah, fuck it, why don't I do that? Just randomly open to any page. Here we are. Right. The fellow was probably a soloist, Mr. Spitzer had surmised, or maybe one of those people who come out only after the curtain goes down. One who had played only for the encore, or only for the echo of the echo fading into silence. After life is over, for all Mr. Spitzer knew, or before it began, before the first trembling string was struck. So great was this musical ecstasy which could not find expression by the ordinary channels. And besides, were not Mr. Spitzer's ears beyond the reach of sound? He almost thought so, though hearing what he could not hear, and this was why, though wishing to be indifferent, he was filled with such great envy of everything. He envied the frog because it could croak, the snail because it could shed its skin, and the rose because it could bloom. The rose because it could fade, the dying dolphin because it could change its moods and its colors, the night because it was not the day because it was not the night because it could pass. Though wishing to interrupt with an apt remark, a brilliant phrase, to show his musical appreciation, or even half a sentence which should have sufficient ambiguity, he had hesitated. Though several times, of course, nearly forgetting himself, he had nearly broken into applause, which should be heard from pole to pole, wishing to congratulate this itinerant musician on his lonely music causing these vast ripples, and doubtless would have done so if he had not been afraid to interrupt the silence with a sound, a hollow sound like a last trumpet blowing. So he had wished for a pause, for never had he heard such a solitary music, unless it was his own, which might have taken so many forms of expression, might have nodded upon so many ivory doors that all his life Mr. Spitzer had hovered, only preparing himself for the ultimate music. But as to this violinist's loneliness, Mr. Spitzer had been wrong, he had later discovered, or so it seemed to him, searching through his mind, for as always, when he checked his first impressions, he must correct them by other impressions laid over the first, even if sometimes after numerous corrections returning to his first thoughts, when he could remember them. For how often, alas, his first thoughts were lost or altered almost beyond recognition, altered by the passage of time. When this rhapsodic fellow had finished playing one tune, he had played another. Mr. Spitzer, with his musical intuitions running like a river under the ground, knew when the music changed, though no one told him, and he had no concert program and had no need of it. And there had been no pause, but only a slight shivering of glassy flute music in the air. I think you get the idea. It's one of those books when you read it where you just get lost in a fugue state within the prose and you can't stop. I when I got this in the mail, I sat down, was opening it up just to like read a bit, and 2 hours passed like that. It was crazy. Back on the show. Oh, no, don't do that page. No. I put it in and it bended a bit, and I got, no, fuck that. I have a plan for October, for my reading life for October. I've read this bad boy twice now. It's The Tunnel by William H. Gass, and since this year would have been his 100th birthday if he was still alive, I'm deciding that I'm going to read, I think it's 21 pages every day in October, because if I did the math right, since this is... Yeah, 652 divided by 31, 21, yeah, 21 pages. Well, it's like 21.5, I think, but, 21 pages a day. for the month and see if I can finish it in that time. This is also really good. It's really really dark though. Yeah, it's dark. It's really disturbing. It's really well written. There's a lot. There's a fucking basically essay in here about Rilke, and that's what got me to read Rilke. This novel, basically. Um, so that's great. However, you want to know a novel that impressed me, like to an insane degree? That would be this one, Georges Peric's *A Void*. And as you can see on the cover, there's no E's in this novel, not a single one. Well, unless you count the cover, because his name has E's in it. But there's not a single E in here. I've I've read it like twice now, and I've looked through it, and there's not a single E, which boggles my mind, honestly. I don't know how we did that in French. I don't think that's possible in French, actually. Uh, I know French really well, but it's not my native tongue, so. But yeah, that one is insane. That one is, oh my god, it's really unsettling too. There's like a sense to it that's just really creepy, and it's hard to describe. I've rattled on too long, haven't I? Yeah. I guess. Yep. See ya. Thanks for listening to my incessant ramblings again. Bye bye.